Okay, so this is where we're at. I got the drill, got me a cotter pin. We're gonna drill through this. Don't mind the workbench is a little dirty, but we're gonna go ahead and drill a hole all the way through. Put a cotter pin in it so that way it keeps it from popping off. I know I kind of wanted to tighten it down even more and try it again, but I already know that it's just gonna pop off again and be a pain in the ass. So we're just gonna drill this thing out, right? Boom. Second problem. You see that gap right there? Right there. So putting tension on it this way, right, because it's pressing against the wheel well that way, is pushing back there. It's almost like they almost have it like a setting. It doesn't need a setting. Like it just needs to be more of an, just put the hole there and keep it stationary. This wheel does not need to move. So I'm going to loosen this up and so that way it's not binding on itself. But yeah, spend the money on the Eastwood, get the Eastwood. It's a lot better than this thing. This is a one-time use thing. I really want to just return this and tell them how horrible their product is. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll just loan it out, sell it for 20 bucks on Marketplace because it still works. But, you know, the thread is just cheap metals. You know, I think if they had a better setup for the wheel where you just can't move, and maybe a nut that's already set up for cotter pin, like with the, I believe they're called crown nuts, and they're already grooved out for a cotter pin, and they use just maybe slightly better metal and put a $20 more price tag on there, you know, I mean, they'd be fine. There wouldn't be any complaints, you know. Then brand it, throw your name on there. But these things are. Alright, so here's the end product. That lip is fully tucked now. But as you can see, I did get impatient right here, so I did chip off some paint. Honestly, it's not too bad. I could just sand it down and hit it with a quick red. Ain't nobody gonna notice, because race car, right? Okay, so I got the fenders rolled. I'm ready to get the tires. They come in on the 2nd. The rims ship out on the 2nd. So I'm hoping I get them at least to the house by the 5th at a reasonable time to where I can run down and get them mounted, mounted and balanced and thrown on the IS. Fingers crossed. prayer sent that I do get them, because it will be nice to have the drag radials for the Fuel Fest. And the car will hook up a lot better. In other words, you know, like I'm kind of depending on that, so that way I'm not just squealing tires the whole time and having to lid off and shift when I don't want to shift. So anyways, guys, cool, the DNA roller, I mean, it worked. Had to modify it, but it worked. I wouldn't spend my money on it again, that's for sure. I would have just bought the Eastwood Fender roller. Seems to be the better deal. So peace.